Wilhelm is kind of sitting off in the corner. He pulls out an old pipe and keeps smoking by the window, solemnly.
That doesn't do me no good for the magic that I have, but I better best be cautious going forward.
Are you running low on... I don't know how magic works.
Magic energy? For the most part, I got none.
Fascinating.
So, at the end of the time, Lorwyn emerges and she says, Linus is fine. The poison that courses through his veins is completely conventional. It is simply an oil of Tajid. It will put you into a stupor. It's common amongst thieves and assassins. Humans trade in it quite often. The materials for it are somewhat rare, but nothing exotic, nothing that couldn't be found in these parts. Easy enough with the right knowledge to make, if you know the right herbs and the right substances to be harvested from insects or plants.
Does it matter if I take that with me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You can.
I mean, I already
You
had
want
it equipped.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
I would like to cast using the ritual identify an unconscious prisoner.
Okay. So, over the course of the ritual, so you cast Identify. So you, and here is what you learn. There is no spell that is currently affecting him.
Interesting.
But the residualness of a spell, of some sort of magic, is still in his mind. And what the spell reveals to you is that some magic has altered his brain. Like, the magic, whatever spell did this, effectively gave him brain damage.
Lorwyn, what do you make of this? It seems to be something perfect. This would require powerful magic to reverse magic beyond my expertise. This is real damage here. It is permanent and irreversible. It's more than what a simple spell on its own can achieve. But magic has done this to him nonetheless.
Maybe something the Academy could potentially help out with. Linus, maybe, if he had his right equipment.
Which we still need to locate.
My hope is that it may be within the area of our next investigation.
Linus stumbles up and says,
Oh, what happened?
We framed you for multiple murders.
Oh, you and my second wife. Well, seems like I'll have to skip town pretty soon. Wait, are you serious?
Yes, Linus. Many people have been killed on your behalf.
Well, they
What?
don't.
We didn't. We
Not
haven't.
on his behalf, per se.
I mean, let,
You're saying
In protection of you.
I just remember the constable came up and they nicked me with that dagger and everything went black. It was just like the feeling when I had all them drinks over at the tavern.
what my friend Wrath is trying to say is we may have adopted your personality and likeness for a time, and now the entire entire town might suspect you as us.
Also, Rudy's been on it too, so we're not alone.
So Linus, you and Rudy are wanted. Oh, this has
Don't
gotten
worry.
out of hand.
I'm probably wanted in a lot more places than this, so it's all good.
I've known you for 8 years and you've just been a quiet sheriff in a quiet town. What do you mean?
Linus,
Remember when we met? We said we weren't going to tell each other about our past.
You didn't
It
find
matter.
any sign of my things, did you?
No,
It wouldn't be
no.
such a problem. I could, use a bit of magic and disguise my face and all that stuff.
We're working on it, Linus.
Unfortunately, we did not find it in the bar. That it may have been taken from you. But we are on the path. What is going on in this crazy town?
So it weren't in that bar. They must have taken it somewhere else. Valuable stuff, that.
We want to get it back to its rightful owner. So we have to think about what is our next leg of our journey.
Well, the elves. Nice folk, suppose.
They tended to you and made sure that you were okay.
Well, thank you. I wish I could pay you with something, but I'm not at my house and all my belongings have been stolen.
Oh yeah, your house is also a makeshift graveyard.
Soon,
Yeah,
until we're finished with our investigation.
I would recommend laying low with the elves for a while.
Well, thank you for taking me in.
Do you have any tips for washing blood out of hard wood?
Oh, prestidigitation. It's a wonderful spell.
Yeah, like this, and I wash the blood off of you.
Oh, thank God, that was going to haunt me for days. Thank you.
Linus,
But you ain't come any closer to figuring out what them all up to.
We are several steps closer.
the unconscious man here.
Oh,
Yes, I know this is not how you expected to be awoken today.
that's one of the militia men. Donovan, I think.
He is the only survivor.
Why him?
Because
He was the first one we came across.
I instigated with him. And
Oh,
then the other two instigated with the others.
It just kind of worked out that way.
And so forth and so on. It's a long...
Anyways, he seems to have had his mind altered in a very permanent way. The magic is far beyond my capabilities. We hope to find more in the swamp.
his mind's been altered. Not like just a spell. Beyond that, then you say.
It seems that way. Far superior to anything I've encountered before.
Now, where did you say this was in the swamp?
I pull out the map and set it down in front of Marcus.
Oh my. Well, that's at least 4 days out through the swamps, through the wetlands.
4 days?
At least, by what I can see. It's pretty dangerous. Giant crocodiles, trolls, all manner of beasts out that way as well.
Where did you find this map?
It was in the basement of the Goose and Goblin in a secret room that led to a secret passage that was directed towards the swamp.
Could we use that secret passage again?
I'm a little nervous about re-entering the Goose and Goblin after you exploded most of the people in there.
But people have been missing for days, and then they return. If it's 4 days away, so they would be gone at least a week. Well, that would explain why they are gone for so long. It might be the safest route to uncover where this...
But normal folk going out that way, they'd be killed for sure. How are they getting out that far?
The passage is probably a much safer route, but can we take the passage?
I think the Flamekeepers have anything to do with it.
seems that they are also victims of this.
Which leads me to think that I'm a little wary about going by their place looking for more clues in case they decide to instigate with us as well, and we are left with minimal choices.
Yeah.
The Flame Keepers, they might be the ones responsible.
They might cross their names on this list. Look at them instigate all this.
Beyond the constable, they're the most respected people in town. It is a valid theory. However, I do believe that this list is... They are likely the perpetrators behind gathering more for this cause. I think they are also victims of this unknown assailant.
Not the first victims.
And then they were recruited to bring people to the church, funneling them through underground tunnels to the swamp, where the people were changed and brought back. I'm not sure. Going to the church might reveal more, but at the same time, going to the church might cause more problems, and it might end up just leading us to the swamp. Anyways.
I do believe that we have worn out our welcome in the city, especially to these war travelers. They know that we are conspirators. It would not be wise to be seen in this lodge that we can find.
A sunny day, but it's only 11.5 Celsius, so it's getting
But even though
colder.
you know where you're going, going out in the swamp on your own, taking whatever path out there, who knows what you're actually going to find when you get there.
This is true. Do you have any... Linus, do you have any way to connect with your possessions? Do you have any way of reaching out to them in any sort of capacity?
Without them, no.
Now we could potentially go the swamp. Rather than go 3 Flame Keepers with the swamp. Reconnaissance.
I could...
Could you make me invisible?
Yes.
Do we do the goose?
Yeah, it could work. Yeah.
Perhaps
Under the guise of...
maybe not somebody of high importance like the constable.
Possibly.
Maybe one of those bar patrons who just responded with, "Yep."
Maybe as our friend the shopkeeper's woman.
I have a dangerous idea.
Who else is on the list?
I actually think it's best that we pick somebody that maybe is either here or laying in Linus's house, because there's no chance of them being in 2 places at once, and we don't put anybody at risk. I pull out the list and I look at all the names of myself.
It's a lot. The blacksmith, their entire family, the Beckermans who own Golden Grain Inn, they're crossed off the list. Both the Flame Keepers, the Reeve, the Constable, the local storekeeper. It goes on and on. Several farming families.
Well, we
Going
also-
over it, at least it approaches half. What if the only concern is that maybe some of the reporters could get more information from keepers, like whereabouts in the possessions?
It's a risky move. I hear where you're going, and I like it. We could get more information. But if they ask you questions with the intent of you knowing what's going on, and you don't give them the right response, the ruse could be destroyed quite swiftly.
tomorrow.
Longest,
Ah,
well fought.
short work day, 5.5 hours.
I'm thinking maybe we could go in as someone they know, saying that they saw us going in the direction of the swamp.
I have another dangerous idea.
Shoot.
Rudy, you're wanted.
I am.
You could become the constable and bring Rudy in and say that you plan to take her and hope. No, this sounds too dangerous.
I love it.
Damn it.
It might be your only shot.
What do I do? How long can you make me invisible?
That way, wherever they take them, if they're taking them there, might have a way in.
I volunteer. That is true.
Rudy, it's going to be dangerous. Play dead.
I
Convincing.
could play
Rudy,
my part.
it may be worth striking you with some of the poison.
Would it actually poison me?
May I ask? Lorland, can you replicate the effects of the poison without the ill effects? Some
You
kind
hoping
of
to do?
sleeping agent that you can administer to Rudy.
But if Rudy's asleep, if things go south,
We
I think as long as I'm tied up proper, right? Or proper. So
Well-
I can get out.
one of the properties of this poison is that it actually creates sleep. It's almost natural sleep. The poison itself lingers in the body for 24 hours. In this way, you assume consciousness. But if you are harmed, like sleep, you wake. The only problem is the poison stays in your system. Groggy, like our friend Linus is here. But so what I suggest is a magically induced sleep instead that we can wake you out of. I can offer you this. And she goes to a chest and she produces a vial of this very fine and soft, creamy oil. And she hands it to you and she says, "You can take this." There are 5 doses in it. It will seal wounds and it will also cure most poisons and diseases. It's a restorative ointment. Instead of Will being all Black Jack Mel's formula. This is the Elven way of making it.
do you want to hang on to that?
Yes.
Well,
Smells.
so Rudy's going to be unconscious. You're old Wilhelm willing to do?
You will be invisible.
Well, I could get used to that. It's working out quite well for our investigation purposes.
Now, is the constable the best choice?
He would do the arresting.
I think he would be. And if we move quickly, we can continue our disguise.
I can also assure you there's no chance of the constable walking into town while you're disguised as him.
As
Now-
long as they don't find his corpse.
What do we do about this guy? And I point to
I
the
did
unconscious guy
hide it.
again. We
Are
still
you
haven't figured out
disguised?
now what we're doing with this
Wait.
ruffian.
To sell it even harder, while you're disguised as the constable, we free him, we bring him outside, you wake him up, you tell him the plan, and then he and you, oh god, no, never mind, because then your disguise doesn't last forever, right?
You can redo it.
We must work quickly.
I don't know what to do with this man. He's seen all of our faces.
No, I think
That might
No.
be.
it's the right way. I like the way it was going.
He didn't see our faces. I knocked him out before he saw you.
I don't know. I think I would just bump him off if it were me.
Lorwyn says, on the flip side, they can get much more evidence and proofs than actual storage.
Oh.
He's still knocked out, right? He is. You can use these smelling salts to. I think it might be best that we. How far is the temple from this location? Not far. Like it's almost basically across the road. So we should. Is it still dark? Yeah, it's like in the middle of the night. Yeah. Like
Oh.
The nature of the beast as things go.
Rule number one is always have a plan of attack, and at least we have a plan of attack. Nowhere in my rules. No, wait, it does say always have a plan.
So,
Our way out is run into the
revisit the plan. I will disguise myself as the constable. I will
swamp. Make me invisible.
make you invisible.
We're actually gonna poison me. Cool. Right?
Poison Rudy. Have a restorative ointment.
You better restore me back to where I was.
Why can't?
Rudy, I assure you, we will not do well if things go south without you.
Is there any way you
I trust
can
you.
induce a sleep that is non-poisonous with a sleep spell? But I do not know such a spell.
I do, but I don't have my spell book.
Yes, Linus, we know.
One of my favorite spells as a young mage used to help it, cure the insomnia that way.
You could just cast sleep on yourself. I wish I could have taken up spell casting. It sounds delightful.
Well,
Got me through my master's thesis.
Well, this plan is...
And the third divorce.
Oh, thanks, Linus. Thank you. I'm learning so much about you, and the more I learn, the more interesting you become.
And the more comfortable I am impersonating you.
Well, this plan sounds like berries to me.
Yes, we must. If we move quickly, we can continue our ruse this evening.
Say
All
we
right.
go.
How are you guys gonna do it?
How are you gonna carry me all the way over there? If I'm sleeping.
Can I try to lift you up?
You can try.
I try to carry Ruby. How does that go?
It's difficult but possible.
Both of us working together.
Yeah.
So, we'll go outside,
Time you out.
tie you up.
But loose so I can get out.
Yeah, kind of a point. I mean, actually, we don't even need to tie you up if you're unconscious.
Just in case I come out of it.
We'll do the old fake tie. It'll look like you're tied up, but you could slip out of it with a gentle tug.
How good are you at the fake tie?
I am excellent,
Okay,
I think.
get to
I'm
work.
just saying we need to make this as convincing as possible, and I don't think these townsfolk would leave me untied up if this were the case.
All right. So we go out. I do a very loose tie.
Okay.
Rudy.
So you loose tie Rudy. You're proficient with these tools, so
Yes.
you can tie a knot that can be pulled by that can be undone by pulling the string that you tuck into her hand.
Yeah.
Right. So
Hold on to that.
it's still an action to release yourself. Okay.
I'm going to disguise myself as the constable.
Okay. So you are now disguised as the constable. Linus reminds you.
His name was Gregor Richter.
Thank you, Linus. This is actually very helpful.
Any other tips you can tell us about Gregor? Did he have a favorite food, color?
Don't know much else.
He
All right.
hates questions.
But-
We knew that.
This man, he got Allard, one of his two good friends, so you might be able to find out something about him.
Ukrainian? Huh.
You know what?
Allard is one of the ones that you killed. Donovan. This is Donovan. Donovan Fisher, who's the storekeeper's brother.
Play up that Rudy knocked your head a little too hard, and you have lost your gaps in your memory. It might be. I don't know. It might work.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
I'm going
Just
to.
disguise yourself with like a black eye or something.
Do I have to give her one of the doses of this poison?
Yes, you would if you
A
want
whole
to.
dose? You could be a half.
It's got to be full.
All right.
And then you are going to willingly succumb to it.
Cheers.
Okay.
Now, Rudy, before no.
Yeah.
Before you do this, keep in mind. She's passed out.
I'm going
It's
to.
not like I couldn't fake sleeping.
I'm gonna take Rudy's axes.
Okay.
And keep them on my
Okay.
person.
Alrighty.
You can do that.
So now where are you?
I had to wait till you were.
And then when are you going to wake up Donna, and where?
So we're gonna do it. We're gonna carry Rudy for a little bit. So we're away from the elves' house, and then I'm going to cast invisibility on Wilhelm, and then I will.
Wake up Donna. Okay. Alrighty. Are you guys ready to do all that?
Yes.
I'm already unconscious.
So you wake up Donovan by the banks of the by the banks of the lake, and he comes to him and is like,
Oh! Constable!
And I took Rudy's advice. I have like a black eye, and I'm very bruised, and
Donovan,
I
Wait.
forget his name.
how did we get here? What happened?
Donovan, get up. We must move this prisoner to the Flamekeepers.
Wait, where's Allard? Where's the bot boys? And where did everyone go? What happened to them?
I am saddened to tell you that they have been murdered by this wretch and her cronies.
"It's terrible." Oh well.
Yes, I am also okay with it. Now we must take her. Come, help me. This one's quite heavy.
She's under them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we going to take her directly back to the church or to the tavern?
I want to take her.
All right. I was going to be taking another group in another couple days up to the swamps, so we won't have to hold her for very long if she resists.
We should maybe speed this up.
Let's go. He helps you.
Drag her across town. Are you like dragging your feet? Like this is
Well, I'm asleep. I'm asleep.
What
I'm
about-
literally unconscious.
He says, "What about the others? There was one that was impersonating the Herman Bob.
Bob Boy's father. What happened to him?
He died.
What about the other man?
He was. I killed him in combat. Shame.
They would have made good additions.
Yes, they were. They were very annoying in their combat. This was the only one we were able to succumb with the poison.
I see.
That Linus too escaped again.
But I thought we had him under.
He somehow managed to run away. Make a deception check. Damn it. 26.
Just like what I guess it must just be like what happened with him the last time.
Yes, he seems to have some unnatural resistance to the poison.
Well, let's head back then. Two of you drag Ruby's unconscious body along. How far behind are you if you can follow?
I'm like 10 feet back, but I'm like just going for a stroll.
Okay.
And like any time that they like move their heads in a way that might be towards me, I like go into sneak mode. But then whenever they're not looking at me, I'm just having a stroll.
Okay.
That wizard may be after his possessions. We may need to acquire them to make sure that he does not get access to them.
They're still locked in the chest.
We may need to keep them closer to us or move them.
Damn. You head to the temple. You head to the church. Open through the doors, and without even stopping, Donovan opens all the doors for you. It's pretty. The main doors are open, and lead the way into the temple. And everyone's still checking now. Just sneak in.
25.
Okay. The doors open to the main chapel. There, in the nave, is She rises slowly as you come in, and she says, "Gregor, is everything okay?"
Many were
Well,
killed.
I'm soon home, so I'm turning off the
After this
stream.
one, She has succumbed to the poison.
So
It's just
have a nice day.
the tavern several weeks ago. We have to
Catch
be
you
careful.
later if you're gonna
Yes.
if you're
The mage escaped again.
I'm gonna play some more
Again.
War Thunder.
He escaped again.
Yes.
Most likely.